Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team Lone Star Discs, Team OTB Discs, Team Discology, and Gorilla Disc Golf. And I'm happy to announce that I'm gonna have one more sponsor rolling out here soon who's gonna be helping me get a grip on my Frisbees. So stay tuned to the next video to find out who. We are here today at Floral Park in Floral City, Florida. This is a beautiful park style course, pretty open with some mature oak trees really shaping the shots. 24 holes out here, so we're gonna break it into a front 12 and a back 12, make it a little bit more digestible for you guys. Let's get to the action. This is gonna be course number 142 for me, I believe, all time. There might be a couple more that I need to add in there, but I think that number is pretty accurate. So getting close to that 150 mark, and I'm excited to show you guys this beautiful open track. Hole 1 here at Floral Park is a par 3, 290 or so feet. You can see it tucked just to the right of that mature oak tree down there. And we have a bit of a flood pond behind the basket right now. Not typically there, but we had about 50 hours of rain the last 2 days straight. And I am so excited to be throwing discs again. Horny toad, Founder's plastic, a little right to left should help me carry back left as I'm taking this right gap. Also mandatory left, so nothing off to the left there. Woo! Little inside, but I beat that tree trunk. Should be a putt. Got the chain star baskets out here. Gotta make sure to come in with the right pace when you're playing on these guys, and had a little bit of a cross chain here. Thought about fixing it, but I knew I was gonna make it because I'm putting with V2 blue bonnets, and what is more confidence inducing than that? Not really sure. You love to see not only some solid tee signage throughout the course, but each tee box is also painted with some of those distances for the 2 different pin locations and the hole number you're on. Letting you know it's a sable palm right here. I love that type of stuff, and I hope y'all do too. 288 feet here. Low ceiling. I do like the straight shot, but that gap is just a little lower than I'd like. So I'm gonna take forehand out wide with my chupacabra. Give it the width, because you know this thing is gonna fade. Wow, Shanky Doodle had a farm. Still not sure how those lyrics go, but he knows how to birdie. Now I've been told when you go to LoneStarDiscs.com and you use code Clover20, you don't only just save 20% on your order, but you also get 20% luckier on the course. And you know, whether or not you believe in it, you're gonna have to go over to Lone Star right now, get yourself a couple discs and test it out, because how do we know true answers if we don't have the sample size? So get out there, do your work, throw Lone Star. Seeing as hole 3 is a similar distance to the previous hole and also has the left side available, and I shanked my chupacabra, I want redemption. So I'm going back to my alpha chupacabra. This time, flat release, let it skip back. I mean, look at that thing. Touch of flex even at 285 on a 9-speed. So beefy, so reliable, will fight any wind, get you a chup. Easy tapping, and something I love already about this course is you have arrows telling you how to go to the blue and the red tee, not just one of the tees. That's how you do it, you guys. Love it. Hole 4 is a 355-foot par 3. Bit of a low ceiling here, kind of dual option, but the right-hand backhand has a little bit less in the way in terms of tree trunks. This is a perfect distance for the alpha spur from Lone Star Disc. Play it out wide. Touch a hyzer, watch it skip back. Gentle skip forward. Yeah, there it is. Ran it up onto the basket. That should do. Parks department getting it done out here. Preemptively cutting dead trees. Getting rid of some hanging moss, gotta love it. There we go, 4 for 4 to start. By the looks of it, this park pretty open, kind of get to pick my poison, nothing too long. I'm hoping to go real low today. We're talking low, low, low. Hole 5's playing right around 300 feet, slightly uphill. Nothing really in the way, as whatever tree was once kind of dividing this fairway has now passed away, unfortunately. So pick your poison, pick your width, pick your height. I'm going Artemis. I'm gonna kind of try to play a direct line at it. Drop. A little wider would have done, but circle one. A little close to this tree, but I got enough space I can still get my comfortable stroke and stance off. Back into the headwind. Whoops. Birdie streak ends. Hole 6 is our first look at a par 4. You can see those 4 oak trunks way down there, and the basket is not the one in the light just past it, but it's equidistant with it in the shadows. You can't really see it well right now. Definitely a reachable par 4 if it was wide open, but a lot of guardians here early. And since we have this left to right wind, I'm gonna bomb my bayonet out to the left over these rooftops and over the treetops and see how far down we can get there. Alpha bayonet. Blueberry lemonade. Hey! All right, big height, big turn, kind of stalling though. Wow, didn't hold the turn nearly as long as I thought it would. And I'm left of the path, which I'm gonna assume is OB. I think I thought that the wind was a little bit more of a direct left to right when it's quite a bit of kind of headwind left to right. So I think as that nose angle was up, it just kept lifting the disc and eventually it wanted to fade. So I gotta get more turn on the bayonet next time. Y'all cool with that spot? Cool, thanks. Short chip up into the shadows. Going alpha penny putter. See if I can save birdie. No birdie, but a little par. And there's some of that luck I'm talking about. Go Gliver 20, don't forget. Let me know in the comments. Is tapping something in like this worth the time? Or is it a waste of your time? Because if it is, I'll just pick it up and move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Hole 7's 408 feet. Perched on a little bit of a turret there with the rocks. Elevated pole it looks like as well, so this one's going to be a little bit of a tricky putt if you don't put it super close. But you do have a backstop to get aggressive off the tee. I just put this tombstone in my bag in the Alpha plastic to see if it's a little bit more overstable than the Alpha Glow one I was throwing, so this is actually a great range for me to test that out right now. A little bit of gentle right to left. So I'm gonna jam on this thing flat, see how it holds up. Hard and flat, it's holding, fading. Got the job done, let's go. Floral Park definitely has a little bit of that elevation change that you see in this area of Florida, and it's a pleasant surprise as it definitely adds a layer of challenge to the course that you don't get to see a lot in Florida. Oh, climbed over that rim like a little spunky miter. Spider monkey, you guys, wow, brain. Hole 8 straight ahead in the shadows there, just left of that big patch of trees. So obviously you're gonna wanna avoid the trees, and there's some pylons long that I'm assuming are gonna be out of bounds as well. Left to right wind pulling right now. I'm gonna go penny putter, Alpha plastic. Release it on hyzer, knowing that it's gonna hold straight. Ooh, overturn into the wind. I'm reaching there. Could have maybe made it easier with a different disc selection, but you know, you made your bed, you gotta lay on it. Left myself a guarded low ceiling look. I'm gonna try to float an Annie in there. Or you know what, I'm just gonna laser beam my penny putter, D2 penny putter. Try to fight the wind. Oh, caught a limb. Gotta settle for 3. So if anyone right now is listening to this video on headphones, will you let me know, is my voice coming out of both your ears, or is it split? Because I made a couple adjustments and hopefully it's all fixed now, where regardless if you're listening on a dual speaker system or single headphones, hopefully you get to hear everything. Hole 9's only 204 feet. I believe earlier though I saw a ring of bricks maybe at about 45 feet surrounding this one, so it is gonna play as an island. Dual tee box here, the first one we've seen, red and blue line. I'm going blue bonnet. V1 plastic. Will it fade or is it too deep? Way too deep. Oh my gosh. No distance control. All right, so the island was a bit smaller than I thought. Maybe more like a traditional circle one, honestly, which I really like at that distance. Almost pushed the long side. Does this play? This plays as OB, so I get my meter right, or what? Okay. It's yellow, so I was like, I don't know if it's. I asked some locals if we were looking at an OB or a hazard, you know. But I did see a drop zone, so I figured probably OB. Blue bonnet, V1 off the tee, slightly more overstable than the V2 I've found, so I'm really liking it for a touch of flex out of the hand for straight shots. V2 into the chains because I love its upgraded firmness for coming out of my hand clean every time. I'm on the tee of hole 10 and it's a double wide tee. The left side's painted, so you'd think that's the side you need to use, but I was just told by some locals that these poles were installed after the course, so they extended the tee pad so you don't just have to throw straight into the massive metal pole. So shout out to them for making it happen. 324 feet, straight ahead down there in the shadows, low canopy as you approach. You really want to play it at this tree trunk on the right if you're a right-hand backhand player. A little bit of hyzer, let it come in. I'm going Artemis. I like a slow disc here so I can commit to the firm shot I'm looking to throw. And not go long because there are some pylons back there. Okay, I got flat on it. Can I beat the tree trunk on the backside, Lucky? Wow, he does. Let's go. Had to leave the camera back here just to frame up this beautiful green and show you guys what Floral Park is working with. Beautiful mature oaks. You got the hanging moss that you get everywhere here in Florida. The old man's beer, as they call it. Turns out it's a great way to read the wind and yeah, just avoid little chigger mites that like to live in it. At 470 feet, hole 11 is going to be one of the harder birdies to get out here. It is a par 3, does play a bit downhill, but still not too much to make it super easy to get. Headwind left to right now. I'm going to take my Wrangler down this left side gap, try to have it hold turn the whole way for me. Oh, I threw that so wide, but it definitely held the shape I was looking for-ish. Not really. Oh well, long bid here. 3's gonna be just fine. Almost jumped out of the rim, and that's why the basketball putt is always a risk. Final hole of the front 12 here at Floral City. 260 feet, straight ahead, low ceiling all around, a bit of a headwind. I'm gonna go alpha penny putter. This one's for you, Abe. I hate you, Abe. Yeah, that low ceiling really makes hole 12 a difficult one. And that is gonna be all for our front 12 out here at Floral Park in Floral City, Florida. It's been a pleasure showing you guys this park style course. Definitely beginner friendly and a great compliment to Olympus just down the street, which we're gonna be showcasing on the channel here in a day or two with my good friend Aaron Gossage. So look forward to that coming out and showing you guys how the beautiful and challenging Olympus is playing for everybody coming into the chess.com opener of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. If you're still watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe. It really matters the world to me. It makes a big difference for the numbers I get to see, and we all like seeing numbers go up. So let's keep it going, and I'm excited to keep bringing you guys more tips and tricks throughout the year. I got one coming up soon talking about how to do your footwork properly for power and for finesse shots. So go check that out on the channel. Coming to you soon. And don't miss the back 12.